Welcome to the Energetic Shift, the space where business stops being heavy, complicated, and done by the book and starts becoming the most aligned, intuitive, and identity led thing you've ever created. I'm Danielle Hobson, your host, intuitive business coach, and around here we talk all things energetics, identity, wealth, visibility, intuition, power, and building a business that actually feels like yours. So, let's get started. Today's activation is big, and it's one that women don't actually like to admit. Your business can only grow at the level that you are willing to be seen at. And I'm not talking the level of your skill or talent or the amazing strategy or strategies that you have or the level of your competence. Visibility is an identity thing. So I want to unpack that in today's episode. Women often tell me that they're showing up, I'm posting daily, I'm trying, I'm doing the things, I've learned this, I've implemented this, I'm posting every day, I'm learning how to do reels, but showing up isn't the same thing as being seen. Being seen is really owning your truth, sharing your opinions, expressing your depth and who you are, what makes you up, standing for something, letting yourself be visible emotionally and vulnerable, showing your real perspective and embodying your actual message. And you wouldn't believe the amount of people that I see that are acting one way but doing another, like or saying they're one thing and acting and doing the other. Posting isn't visibility. And people think this. People think, right, I'm in business. I'll get on all the platforms. I'll post everywhere. I'll do a podcast. I'll do YouTube. I'll be everywhere. But that's not visibility. Visibility comes from presence. Presence, how you show up, not all of the different places. And you'll have heard me talk about this before, and I talk about this quite often. It's your energy. It's the energy that you show up in, who you actually are. The more of you become, the more visible you become. And that's not about the amount of times that you show up in places. It's not about the amount of times you post on social media or how many emails you send out a week or how many podcasts you record a month. It's about the way that you show up. And being visible and really visible in the presence and in the energy of who you are and the truth can be really, really, really triggering because it requires us to be vulnerable. And this is the reason why visibility feels so scary. Because what comes up with that is the fear of rejection, the fear of judgment, the fear of being misunderstood, the fear of being too much, the fear of not being enough, the fear of being seen for who you actually are. And we've been conditioned to keep who we actually are behind closed doors. We've been conditioned to not be too much. We've been conditioned to believe that we're not good enough. And your business needs you. It needs you to be visible, the inner you, the true you, in a way that actually feels like you. Like you're not masking or you're not performing, you're not putting on this front because you're in the online space or because you've got a microphone in front of you. Not the watered down version that we often show because we're scared to be fully ourselves. So what we need to show, and there's a reason for this, right? If you scroll TikTok, for example, and you'll see the creators on TikTok, there is some absolutely massive creators on TikTok and they're just themselves. Like you can see they're not preened, they're not perfected, they're just sat in their car, hair in a bun, literally just ranting, chatting, riffing, saying what they want to say. They're just literally picking up picking up their phone in their hand and just going with it. And they're earning fortunes because they're just being themselves. There's a reason for that, right? There's a reason they're earning fortunes for just being themselves because it's true and it's aligned and it's who they are. And people love to see real people, not this preened, perfected, masked version of yourself. When you hide your voice, you hide your impact. When you hide your message, you hide how magnetic you can become. When you hide your truth, the real you hide your leadership. Like, how are you supposed to lead when you're not being yourself? You're wearing a mask. Clients cannot find the woman who refuses to be bloody seen. Your audience doesn't need more content, they just need more of you. And this really couples with like those people that are like, oh, I can't show up in all of the places, I can't do all the things, and they feel so contracted, and they feel so tight because they can't be everywhere and do everything, because it takes a lot of brain power and a lot of mental space and energetic space to be able to create, and they can't create because they're trying to do all the things. And how about we pull back on those things? How about we pull back? And if you can only post 3 times a week for whatever reason, make those 3 times a week the most potent, the most of your energy as possible. And I guarantee that will make more impact and do more good than if you posted 7 or even 70 half-assed posts that weren't you, that were chat GPT, that were, I don't know, just not yourself, that not spoken from the heart. I guarantee you, your audience need more of you in your content. They need your energy, they need your clarity, they need your opinion, they need your perspective, they need your presence, your energy. That's what people buy into. That's the real meaning behind people buy people. So I want you to ask yourself this question. If I trusted that being seen was safe, how would I show up today? Let that land. If I trusted that being seen was safe, how would I show up today? And the way that I like to imagine this or think about this is, I imagine that just the same as when I'm talking to my screen now. So if you're watching this on YouTube or if you listen to this on podcast, I'm literally just sat chatting to a screen, but I'm imagining that I'm talking to my husband, or I'm talking to my best friend, or I'm talking to my daughter, or I'm talking to somebody that I'm super comfortable with, super relaxed with, super laid back with. Yes, I understand that this is going to go out to the masses. Yes, I understand that anybody could come across this. But I don't think about that when I'm talking. I think about the impact that I want to make. I think about being who I am and feeling happy and grateful and positive and upbeat about what I'm talking about, and switched on and turned on by the topic that I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if there's a microphone in front of my face or a screen in front of me. I imagine that I'm talking and having a chat with my bestie. That allows me to enter the safety zone for me. That allows me to enter that energy of feeling comfortable and me and safe and secure and inspired, because that's the real me. So just last off, I want you to just close your eyes for a second, if you can, or soften your gaze if you can't close them. And I want you to just imagine yourself speaking without hiding anything, without thinking about it being preened or perfected. I want you to imagine that every time that you take to your social media, or to write an email, or to record a video, I want you to imagine that you're just sending that or speaking to your friend. You're writing without filtering anything, because there's nothing that needs to be filtered. You can just be your true self. You're sharing something without the fear of being judged for it, because the person that's going to receive it is going to be the least judgmental person in the world. You're going to lead without hesitating, second guessing yourself or your knowledge or your experience, because the people that are out there that are going to read this or watch this or listen to this are going to be the people that are exactly where they should be to receive your leadership, your level, this level that you're at right now. So you don't need to hesitate that you're not good enough or you don't know enough, because The level that you're at right now is leading the people that need to be led at that level. This is visibility. This is leadership. You are what your business needs. Okay. So if you're ready to step into the visibility your next level requires, I would love you to come over and DM me on Instagram and tell me that you've listened to this. And if anything resonates with you, I would love for you to share it with me, share it with your audience, share it with the people in your world, share it with your clients. And I will see you in the next episode.